Aubrey Durkin from the Specific Learning Disability Support Project. And this short but sweet video is going to highlight several ways in which you can utilize parchment patty paper. It's known as parchment paper or patty paper because if you buy multiple hamburger patties, it is slipped in between those patties to separate them. And this is a super economical tool that can make students more engaged in certain cases. So we know that our students with specific learning disabilities, as well as all of our students, really thrive with that multimodal approach to things in which they can be physically engaged. We can really dig into some of these representational drawings as well by using this paper. We can compare polygons to see whether or not they're congruent with the tracing power of patty paper. We can also do different things on the coordinate plane, such as translations, rotations, even reflections, or have students track that they did the equations and algorithms correctly by checking in these cases. We can use this paper to have students do operations with fractions, so let's get started. We're going to start by showing some multiplication of fractions by using this parchment patty paper. It's important to denote that you'll need a template for this. When you have students just try to fold the paper or to guess, it's not going to be as an efficient strategy. So we have here our 5.5 by 5.5 inch square, and we're going to go ahead and show some multiplication of fractions. So we want students to come up with half of a third. We also want to remember that students still need to know how to do this algorithm because that's the most efficient way, especially when we're dealing with more complex numbers. But this will help them really understand the conceptual piece. Here we have our 5.5 inch square, and students will have their template and they'll overlay, and then they will copy the line. I like to color code this, students 1/2, and then we show 1/2 with the parchment patty paper. Here's my thirds template. Students will overlay that as well. And then they will trace. Now here's where the magic happens. When we have our thirds facing one way, either vertically or horizontally, and our halves facing a different direction, now we can say, okay, what is 1/2 of 1/3? This is 1/3. I'm going to take half of that. So now I have 1/2 of that third being 1 out of 6 pieces. We can also have students check on different types of translations, rotations, and reflections by using the patty parchment paper. We want them to be able to know the correct algorithm or formula in doing this work, but then a fun way to check that they're correct is by using this parchment patty paper. So the student will trace the original polygon, and then this is a simple reflection across the y-axis, and they would reflect and see that it is symmetrical. And this paper, you can go ahead and put an imprint through it, or they could have had the triangle there in the first place and they can just flip and check, reflect over the axis and check. Continuing with that, if we want to talk about a 180-degree rotation, trace the figure, put your pencil on the origin if we're rotating around the origin. We rotate 90 and then another 90. And we'll use our formula to double check that this point is in the correct place and that all 3 points are in the correct place. And then you can see the traced version of the triangle and you go ahead and copy that. We still want to have them doing the conventional algorithms to figure out how to do these rotations, but having them double check by rotating around the coordinate plane with the parchment paper can be engaging and help them to stay focused on the task. Those are just a few of the ways that we can use patty paper to make math really come alive in our classroom. This website details a lesson and really breaks down the steps in doing the multiplication of fractions by using that patty paper. So if you want more information, that'll be linked into the presentation description.